But, you know, it's not a scenario of I don't have my shit together. My shit is together. I'm just...
Yep. All right. We are live. So, as my co-host is just talking, let's hurry up and run through something real quick here. That opening scene. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see here, and the Wicked Wookie, and maybe the Model Rocketeer, Michael Howell, will file in at some point. But we're just going to be here tonight working on some model kits. I'm going to start off with my kit that I'm going to be doing. I feel like I'm getting an echo. Am I getting an echo, Andrew?
Not on my end.
Feels weird. Feels echoey. All right. So tonight, what I'll be working on is this Muv-Luv alternate total eclipse. Something. Let's see if there's a third generation tactical surface fighter. So, I haven't watched any Muv-Luv. I don't know anything about the series or anything, but I saw the kit and I was like, well, that's a pretty detailed kit for $30. I'll give it a shot. Check it out. So that's what we're going to do tonight on my end of things. I got to figure out what's going on with that. Why is it giving me back talk? Is it you, Andrew? Better you.
Yeah, it's probably me. Just blame me. It's fair.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
That sounds better. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna move it into this mode. So while we're here, I told the guys over at KitBash that I'm going to be talking about a few things. So we'll get into some of those things. I did get a request for somebody was asking something about like nippers and stuff. Like, where did my nippers even go? I'm gonna. What happened to my? I'm missing a nippers. This is not good. Princess, where are they? Ooh, I found something. All right. Got both nippers. Hi, Princess. Okay, so somebody was asking a whole bunch of weird, very detailed questions about nipping off the runner. Which, you know, we always talk about this once in a while, like once every 2-3 months, we come up on this topic of conversation. Oh man, this sounds horrible. Come on. Let me switch over to my computer and see if I can get a better sound. It sounds like I'm getting feedback through your microphone, Andrew. Like my voice is on your speaker, your microphone is picking it up and playing it back at me.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on.
I'll just head over to our friend YouTube and give it a quick check. La 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 la. Well, I'm not hearing it on the produced side. So
What are you going to take background music for?
what do you need? What?
Oh, for back.
You want to play background music for people?
Oh, for
I don't care. You sit over there on the ottoman and play something uplifting. Are you just gonna play random notes and stuff? Experiment. All right. Okay. So I don't need my computer for right now. We are gonna load into the computer. So tonight, some of the topics we are going to talk about. We're going to talk about is Studio G scalping? Where's everybody going? Is Gumpla dying? Those are just some starts to the answers. But the first thing we're going to talk about is nipping, right? That's where we were. We were talking about nipping things off the runner and everything. So let me get these. So these are Muv-Luv parts and stuff because that's what I'm working on tonight. But check it out. They're pretty much just set up the same way Gumpla is. So there's on here, there's a spot where it connects to the part and a spot where it connects to the runner. Okay, so if you look, some parts have 3 pieces, some parts have 2 pieces. But what's really important to know about all of this information is that when you nip a part, you want to nip as far away from the part on that small bit right there. That's what the instructions on most manuals say. And then you're going to flip it around and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to nip it as far away from the part as you can. And that leaves you the excess. Now that was your first nipper. Okay, your first nipper is going to be a little thicker, a little more durable. And I'll show you what I mean by that too. So if we look at these 2 nipper blades, you can see this one over here on my right is a little bit thicker. I mean, they look the same from this way, but you can clearly see that the blades are different sizes. And that's the big issue that everybody needs to focus more on is the size of each blade. So once you do the second nipper, you can go all the way up to the part. Now, I don't recommend, there's a certain way to nip, okay? So I see how the nub is like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the cutting blade. That's too much. That's too much. It's very interruptive. Okay. Thanks for trying. You can go in your bedroom and practice if you want. Maybe it'll be quieter back there so I can still hear what I'm doing. So I'm not going to go from that part to this part like this. I'm not going to nip it this way. What you want to do is you want to see if you can get the blade and the backing of the nipper. So one side's the backing, one side's the blade. Backer, blade. You want to see if you can get them to be equal. So equal is what we're going for. And my phone is what I'm running off of right now so I can get better graphics. All right. So there is like a spot right. We can see you're going to put the backer here, and then the blade is going to glide in. And then the reason why you would cut that way instead of cutting the other way that seems more convenient is if you cut the other way where the blade is going towards the edge of the part and not level with the backer, you're going to create a divot inwards that you don't want on your part. And that's going to look real tacky and ugly at the end. So pay attention to that. So remember, line up your backer and your part and make sure they're going to cut level. That's a big key to the whole cutting process. Now, it might leave a little bit of a nub, and you can try and go the other way too. But it's super easy to just grab your glass file, or like what Andrew's got, he's got some buffer. So if you just grab your glass file real quick, instead of overcutting the part, you'll now just be able to sand off that excess with your glass file. And it won't be overcut this time. It'll be more flat. Not only go one direction with the glass file, so it's not super aggressive. And there we go. Those two pieces get cut, and they're nice. They look nice. They don't protrude out or anything. All right, so that's the whole purpose of why I always recommend doing the two nippers, is because the first nipper is going to be your nipper that you're not going to be too upset that it deals damage or that it like gets any type of roughness from being used near the runner. And the reason why they tell you not to use the really sharp rod hand with the runner is because all these parts are under stress and tension from the runner to keep them locked in place. And if you nip a part with this, the tension could beat against this really thin blade and break your blade, guys. So think about that when you're working with your nippers and stuff. And here, if you get a little buildup on your nipper like that, like a little buildup, like some dulling or some rusting or something from your oils, just go ahead and, give it a quick polish with your God hand wool. That's what that wool is in there for. Wipe it clean, give you a polishing, it absorbs. Yeah. All right. So we're on H. Now this is another thing I do is if you're like me and you cut all your parts out fast, I like to save my little letter. It tells me what that running was with my parts. So, Andrew, any cool prospects on a new place to live yet, or is it just?
Not specifically yet, but we're working on it.
More closer to the kids, or?
Yeah, closer to the kids, closer to the wife. Everybody goes through hard times with relationships and stuff like that, and that's kind of where me and my wife are. We're just kind of going through some stuff. And so I was not living at home. And once we get to a better place, get some more stuff sorted out, we may revisit that topic of me living at home. But right now, we're just kind of doing our own thing.
Yeah. Well, hey.
But yeah, I'm hoping to get closer to the kids. Obviously, that would be ideal for me, is to be closer to my kids. I don't particularly like the idea of being too far away from my rugrats.
No, that's why I'm still here in Minnesota, where I live too. Because even if they don't want anything to do with me, I'm still close enough if they need me.
And for me, where I'm at up here in the great frozen north, my kids are they're still in the same city, but they're on the other side of town. And
It's a big city too.
it's a fairly decent sized city. Um, you know, and honestly, if I can be closer to them, so that way I'm not burning, tons and tons of fuel as I get back and forth to hang out with them and be around them, then
Yeah.
that's a bonus.
Right. It's a win for everybody. I like that.
So being on the opposite side of town, even though it's the same city, but it's kind of sucks. So if I can get closer to them, that'll make everybody happy. It'll be easier for them to see me to see them, and me more available to help out when they need it.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's that. It's not too much more than that.
No. I was talking to my daughter. She just walked by. So I'm gonna grab my music. Now her and her brother practicing their string instruments together. They both play violin, so they both get the same music and stuff. It's really cool. But they don't perform together.
No, they probably perform by grade, don't they?
Different classes. They're in the same
By
grade.
class.
They're in the
Okay,
same
so they're
grade,
going
but
by different.
Yeah, and there's a lot of kids in orchestra this year for 6th grade. I was really surprised.
That's not a bad thing, though. I mean, it's good to see kids involved in the arts.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of times, and I may get blasted for this, but I've seen in my day of being in school that there was a lot of emphasis put on sports and not necessarily the arts. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be an emphasis on sports. I think that sports and the fine arts both have their place, and that they both need to be funded.
Well, I'll tell you what I think about sports. I think sports should be like a club that is separate entity from the school itself. Kind of like how here in Minnesota we have Pee Wee leagues. I think sports run better and operate better under Pee Wee leagues. Rules and regulations are carried forward better. They make sure that players know the rules and respect the rules in Pee Wee. Those are just some things that I think about. I think Pee Wee it's a good thing because like you get athletes that come out of Minnesota who have a smarter awareness of themselves and what they're doing in their sport. Because like here in Minnesota, we're known as the hockey state. Obviously, up where Andrew lives, hockey's like also number one, but down here, like Minnesota is like we're considered the hockey state. So it's really cool also to be friends with Andrew, and I'm a good hockey fan. I like good hockey. I can sit down and watch a good game. Might be fun for us to maybe we could podcast a game once in a while or something if Andrew's up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually, I'll be brutally honest. I prefer the junior leagues to say the NHL.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Up in Canada, the different leagues are better up there or something.
Yeah, I find that the junior hockey teams, like the guys that are getting close but not quite to the NHL level, I find that they really put on a hell of a good game. And I think it's because those guys, they're young and they're still hungry. They want to,
I'm sure they're trying to get noticed by a bigger representative too.
Exactly. They're trying to get picked up by the scouts, and they're trying to. So from my perspective, like if you go to like a double A or a triple A game, you're guaranteed to have a way more intense gameplay than you are, say, going to an NHL game. And it's just because those guys, like I said, they're young, they're hungry, and they want to make it to the bigs.
Yeah, and here in Minnesota, we only have one other high school sport that's as big as hockey, and
Yep.
it's not football. I'm going to tell you what, it's not football, and it's not basketball. Those, I mean, they're good sports, and they get reputation up here, but the the bigger sport up here is actually wrestling.
Yep.
In Minnesota, for some reason, we put on a much bigger show for our wrestling high schoolers and stuff, which is actually really cool because that kind of wrestling that we do in high school isn't a type of wrestling that you're highly likely to get a concussion for.
Yes, that's correct.
On the drawback, you might break your arm. You might, might twist an ankle. Yeah. I was a junior varsity wrestler. I was 189. That was my weight class. Once in a while, I would bust ass to drop down to 171 or whatever, but I really like that 189 weight class. I could be 178. I could be between like 178 and 189. And so, I didn't have to lose those 6 pounds every week,
Yeah.
So, because you also get a leeway in 171 or whatever.
One of the big sports up here in this part of Canada is rugby. And at the high school level, rugby is a big thing here. And I played rugby in my high school years. Now
what about lacrosse?
Lacrosse is a big thing. There's a lot more, for whatever reason, us Canadians seem to like contact sports. Don't ask me why. We tend to go for the let's kill each other concept. If it's hockey, lacrosse, rugby, things like basketball, soccer, they're represented and they're a part of the school systems, but not to the same degree that the contact sports are.
Okay.
Apparently, for whatever reason, concussions aren't so much a thing for us up here. Maybe we're a little, maybe our heads are a little thicker. I don't know.
It's always cold up there.
It is always cold up here. Well, depending.
That might be a helping factor.
Yeah, well, we're half frostbitten most of the time, anyways.
So, I brought up a little head title there at the beginning. We're a few minutes into the show. So I'm not going to say anything negative. What I'm going to tell you guys is I am friends with Justin. Okay, me and Justin, like, besides being him celebrity or whatever, I'm actually friends with him. I socialize with him. When things like this happen, I actually contact him to see if he has any input for me to give you guys to help you guys understand better. And Justin said that he's been closely watching the whole situation too, and he is sorry that it seems like his prices may have gone over to the scalper side of things, and he's trying to draw all that back. But he said what he's going to do from here forward is that he doesn't plan on selling kits anymore. He says he plans on just selling his products. So from now on, you're not going to see kits. You're going to see like resin kits to upgrade your kits probably. You're going to see new colors from his product G-Paint. You're going to see that type of stuff coming from him for the future and more videos on YouTube hopefully. But he said, he's not happy with the way the model selling went. And he apologizes to everybody else, and that's why he's just trying to sell everything back off as fast as he can. So I want to just iterate that he wasn't totally in control of the moderating of the websites. of his website, like the person who goes and clicks in 1099 for a product or something. He wasn't paying attention to what somebody else in his business was doing. So is what I'm gaining from it. Not saying he wasn't paying attention to his business, more so he put his trust in somebody and they didn't follow through with his trust. Is what I'm feeling like is the situation here, and I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad he's okay. He's all right. Everybody in his everybody in his circle is doing all right, by the way. And I wished him all, happy blessings and everything, and told him, we over here we're just, concerned as customers, and also, we really like his products. Besides the models, like all his other products, we like, we buy, we use. So Justin's a great guy, you guys, and he, like I said, he took a step forward, wasn't paying attention, and the trust he put in on things like, I just feel like it was just trust that went to, I don't know how to say it, just went off kilter, not off kilter, but yeah. Anyways, so the conversation I had with him is that he's just paying attention to everything. He says he's not really going to try and stop people from being super upset with him over on Facebook or anything. Or he said he can't control that. That's out of his hands. He says, but he wishes everyone well. And he said sales are moving, and so he says thank you to everybody who is staying loyal to him and helping him get through this hard time. And I also apologize to him for all you guys voting the way you voted this last couple voting blocks. So just so you know, I had to apologize for that stuff, and I don't even vote. So think about that.
I apologize, Mike. I'm a little out of the loop on this one. On
All
that story, could you kind of bring me up to speed here?
Okay, so a week ago, I saw this weird email circulating on one of the not a Discord, but it was like a Discord, Reddit. It was circulating through Facebook from a Reddit, and it was like an email that was sent out to everybody who pre-ordered. So it was just originally just correcting pre-order, but the email stated, sorry, shipments, a big giant shipment of our products, model kits and paints are being held at the U.S. Customs, and they're not releasing it, blah, blah, blah. And if I want to get the products back, I have to pay for them to ship it back to me, and then I would have to try and ship it to you again. Meaning Justin was going to take a large hit on shipping. Okay, so he was being completely honest with you guys. So what happened is I think Justin set it up so there was someone here in America where the shipment got released to. Someone in America got the shipment released to them for Justin's benefit, and then distributed that shipment back out to where it was supposed to go from America to save on money, I think is how that worked. I gotta go grab a charger. I'll be right back. Now, during all of this happening, the Studio G store shut down. And when the store opened back up, it opened up to this new sale, and the prices all looking very funny.
Okay.
Meaning, a Sazabi car was being priced at $130 and put on sale for retail price.
Okay.
There was a few other kits that were like that. They were put on sale. They were marked up in price and then put on sale to sell right around retail. And we've seen this before here in America, and we kind of put our foots down about it and didn't buy from that company for 3 months. and then they changed their ways. Like a
Okay.
good group of us had already taken care of this with a different company, and we thought we had addressed this. Like, you don't do this in our market. Okay, and that's what it was. What it boiled down to, and I was just giving Justin the heads up, like, hey, because today I woke up and I saw left and right post about the Master Grade Extreme that he was pre-ordering and stuff.
Mhm.
All of those. He was pre-ordering them for people, and so they saw that. Okay, so it was, again, the same thing about the pre-order. It was the message, but I thought, and people were like, people went in there and they were talking bad, and I went in there and I was like, wow, I was like, I can clearly see that this is like some sort of, this looks like this was something that looks like a scalper
Yeah.
tactic, and I was pretty much really upset when I saw it because I was like, I think really highly of Justin and his skills and stuff, and so I was like, whoa, man, I was like, I don't think Justin would really intentionally do something like this. Let's go see what our friend has to say, and maybe I can give a better touchback to the community from him through me. So that's what we're kind of working with right now on that.
Mhm.
And so we're just having a great time. What is it? The Model Rocketeer's popping in and out. I didn't see him. I'm sorry, Terry. Hang in there, brother. We'll do the late night load when we're done with this. You'll be here for the late night load for sure. So with this, like I said, I just wanted to touch bases with Justin, see what he had to say about the whole situation, because he's a great guy, and I know it wasn't like, this couldn't be all completely intentional. Like, something had to be a misfire, because I was like, look, I'm going to point out to him that, like, we had already dealt with this with one store. Like,
Mhm.
and they didn't really like the reaction we all had when they told us what they told us. And I was like, how do you change this price? You're not in charge of that price. Like, you can add a handling fee, but you can't add it to another fee. You can't change the price of another fee if you don't actually have anything to do with setting the price for that fee. And that's what bothers me about
Yeah.
that whole situation with that company, was that's what happened with the other company. And they blatantly told us that that's what's going on. Is either you're gonna bite the bullet here, or you're gonna bite the bullet there. We're gonna get our money either way, is what they said. So we said, well, you're not gonna get our money. And I know I didn't want that for Justin in the community, because I think really highly of his work and his products, like his products, not the models that he's, not a batch of models, but actually his G paint and his tools and some of his 3D printed quality stuff. Beautiful. I'm super excited to order some of that stuff soon. So we'll be going in and looking at that stuff again and seeing. But I just got to make it through a couple things. Anybody know any good sales on couches in the Minnesota area? Let me know. My dog and my kids treat my couch like it's a jungle gym, and it weakens the springs, and then my big fat butt sits down on my couch and the springs pop. So, accumulation of all that happening and stuff. So yeah, we'll be going out looking for a new couch here probably in the next month or so. I've already been shopping around, looking at a few different places. There's the scratch and dent place down the street.
Funny how kids think that furniture is a trampoline.
Yeah, so that's the logistics of that.
Well,
But
in all
back to
fairness,
Justin, I feel like having somebody like me on this side of everything, giving him the perspective from my view of what it looks like, lets him know that maybe, oh, hey, we should check on this, or go look at what things are actually selling for in America real quick before we do this type of thing. I think, and then he told me, so he's keeping an eye on those things, but yeah, he said, don't worry, everything's good. And he said Studio G is not closing down. He said they're going to keep producing paint. They're going to keep producing other things related to their product. So it'll be really nice to see new stuff coming from Studio G of their own products, so that'll be what's the nice thing about it, I guess, moving forward, is we won't, he'll be able to set his own prices, his own products,
Yeah. Well, I don't know Justin. I've seen his YouTube stuff. Big fan of his YouTube stuff. Really, really enjoy watching the man work. But I've never had the chance to interact with him. But he very much comes across as somebody who's going to treat you straight up. So now I realize that, situations occur, and not necessarily is it specifically his fault. And sometimes in business you put your faith in somebody and it bites you. I think that in a scenario like this, where obviously
this
something
this could have also been something that was automated to happen too, on accident. You know what I mean? Like, this might not even been somebody personally's fault. It might have just been like an accident through automation. Like, oops.
Yeah.
So I just want to clarify that it's not necessarily being done on purpose.
No, and I, now that I've kind of gotten the gist of the situation, as I said, I don't know Justin. You do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you watch somebody's content, you kind of get a feel for the individual they are. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I tend to get a feeling, and I don't get the feeling that Justin is that kind of person who is going to intentionally try and manipulate people in that manner.
Exactly. I'm like, that's my, when I speak to Justin, he's very humble. Like, if you compliment him, he just he thanks you like a million times for the compliment. Like, he's that kind of guy. He's not a cocky guy. He's just a very uplifting, cheerful guy to talk to. Like, he's, even in text, he's fun to talk to. Like, because he really puts emotion into his texting and everything too. So it's really fun to talk to him, because I have to stop myself and really give myself into the texting too. Like, make sure he understands, like, there's positiveness in my voice when I'm texting or whatever, because I don't want him to feel like I'm upset with him. I want him to know, like, I was not upset about this. I was monitoring the situation, and this is what I was doing, and I wanted to give you the feedback, like, as soon as possible. So, and for those guys that are in our group, keep that in mind, man. Like, sometimes, we can get upset quick and easily about the way things are happening, and we can, blow off a little bit of steam, talk some trash, but just remember, like, don't try to go out of your way to hurt its feelings. Like, that's not what we're trying to push here. We're trying to say, like, hey, everything's gonna come out smooth. It'll be fine. And yeah, like I said, I'm excited to see new paints come out from his shop and all that type of stuff too.
Well, again, as I said, I'm a big fan of Justin's. I've never had the chance to interact with him, but the indication that I get from him in watching his videos is that, like, I'll be honest, he's one of the guys that kind of pushed me in the direction of really getting into Gunpla and really trying it out. And not giving a crap what other people thought of my kits. Just go and do what makes me feel good. And yeah, that's, I mean, he doesn't strike me as the kind of person that would ever intentionally try and, you know, rip somebody off.
No bad juju. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's the point. So, I mean, things happen. We'll be able to move on from this, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is a really interesting kit, though. Here's a weapons runner.
Nice.
It's nice. So I gave you 2 weapons runners. You get 2 swords and 2 SMGs.
Nice.
Oh, these polycaps are firmer than Gundam.
That's kind of nice.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at all. That's going to be nice. And let's see, what is this? This is an eye. Well, we're almost done nipping these things out of their runners. Really want to get this, like, something built up from this tonight. But I'm such a creature of habit, you know. I have to nip everything out in one way.
Yep.
So I'm that kind of a creature of habit. And I was busy doing things with the kids and stuff this evening, hanging out with them, cooking dinner and stuff. So I didn't really have time to, like, prep up for this show. And then I had other things to talk about with other guys. At the moment, I was just taking care of some other things in the background and stuff, and moving forward, everything's going to be okay. Everybody's going to be happy. Just want the best for everybody, and sometimes you just need to take the advice and run with it. You know, move forward with it. Don't take it as like a bad thing. I won't. If I get advice I didn't ask for or stuff, you know, I try to take it in a good way. Like, my dad tells me things. Like, my dad watches our podcasts. And he'll tell me, "Hey, you should tell jokes more often," or blah blah blah. I was like, well, you should watch the show long enough. No. But
we're also careful about the jokes that we sometimes, because, you know,
right.
There's a lot of folks out there in this world that just because we find it funny doesn't mean they're gonna find it funny.
Exactly. So,
you know, people get angry with me because, you know, my kids, sometimes they do silly things, and they have natural consequences from those silly things they do, and they get hurt, and I kind of laugh at them, and people are like, "Why are you laughing at your kid because they got hurt?" And I'm like, well, that's what life is called, a self-educating lesson. And when they're old enough, and when they get older,
watch them learn. I mean, like,
you know, and it's one of those scenarios of, well, you know, you're kind of old enough, you should have known better than to do that.
Well, if you're gonna be stupid, you might as well be tough.
But I guess that's not necessarily the way we do things. It's how our generation grew up.
Man, like, I don't give my kids participation trophies, okay? I'm pretty clear about this. Like, with their teachers like, what do you expect for your kids? I expect my kids to get high marks and to behave in school. Well, no, I mean it. My kids get high marks and behave. That's what I want. And their teachers are like, 'cause I'm not leading sheep. to the slaughter. I'm raising the best of the best of the best. There's a part missing.
I I tell my kids that you can do anything you want if you're willing to put the work in.
Oh, okay. That part's supposed to be missing.
You know, because I truly believe that any person is capable of anything if you're willing to put the effort in.
That's what I told my children too. I told them, you'll have your parents' support. I will support you. I will help you. I will get you the things you need to be better. I will go look those things up and find them and help you. My daughter, she's becoming very, very good at drawing. She's become quite the artist. And I'm super proud of her for that. She can like draw dragon heads and stuff. And like that's what she's been drawing lately. She's been practicing and learning how to draw like dragons and lizards and snakes. Now some people might think that's weird, but you know, she likes to read lots of fantasy books and stuff about those types of things. So if she's reading a fantasy book, maybe she could eventually take that fantasy book and illustrate it. She can make some money off of her illustrations.
You know, my older daughter is 13. She has very much varied interests, but she likes science fiction. She likes Marvel. She likes fantasy, and she doesn't think she has any kind of talent or skill when it comes to drawing or sketching. And as I've said to her in the last little while, you do have talent. You need to work on it, though. And there's nothing wrong with working on it, because no matter what, your skills are you're going to always be working on something.
This is a weird ball. It's textured. Oh, keep going.
Oh, you know, as because that's just the thing, is that all of us are always striving to be better in our hobbies, in our work, in whatever, in our personal lives, in our health.
Yeah.
You know, it's always a balancing act, but it's always there's always more to it than just, yeah, okay, I'm done. You can't take that attitude, because that attitude is not the one that gets you where you want to be.
I totally understand. All right. Just so everybody knows, tonight's episode of Friday Night KitBash is still sponsored by Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. Andrew, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to go scrolling around on the internet and look at what Clarksville Hobby's got going on.
Absolutely. Sounds like a plan.
Yep. So I'm going to switch over to make everything more convenient. I did just get done with the first round of nipping on this kit. It's pretty awesome. The next round will go just a little bit quicker. So get over here into Restream. Hang out with you guys. Now I'm on my computer. It'll be a lot easier for me to moderate and everything. There we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I have I have the headphones.
Yeah, I am now also rocking the headset, so so that way it's you're not getting as much background refurb from me.
Okay. All right, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna share my phone screen. It's yeah. All right. So now we can see my phone screen, and I can operate that through my phone, which is nice. What were we gonna go look at first? Clarksville Hobby Depot. That's right. Let's go look at the box. All right, here we go. Happy New Year's 2023. We can't wait to go forward into the year with everyone. So, Clarksville Hobby Depot, on the other hand, does have sales that are actually good sales. So let's take a look at them. We got the 00 Razor Perfect Grade for $284.99, which I mean it's $11 off. That's a good price. Okay, over here we got the 1/100 MG RX 93 New Gundam Verka for $77.99. That's a good price. We got some planes. The Hasegawa Marcross Plus YF-19 Advanced Fighter. It's pretty cool.
Is that sorry? You said that was the Macross fighter?
Yeah, Advanced Fighter, the Hasegawa Macross Plus YF-19.
Yeah, those are not exactly. Yeah, that's cool. Those are not up here in Canada. Those are harder than hell to find.
This is pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I would totally build that.
That's sweet. I like it. It looks like it should transform, but it don't. Right.
Well, I know in the I know in the actual series it does, but
this is a Tamiya German Panther 5 Australian Federation design.
no, that's a Tiger tank. That's a World War II German tank. It's a
right.
Tiger.
But what is the AUSF.D stand for?
I can't remember specifically, but it's an abbreviation for German.
Okay, it was the debut. It's like the Mark 1.
It's
it is
yeah,
what it was. That's what that means.
Yeah, essentially.
The first off the line of the factory for that. So that's what that thing is. And, a Master Grade Zeta 2.0. All right, I am really excited about that Zeta Verka that's coming out. Ooh, I'm so excited. This Zeta 2.0 is pretty good, though. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. I have a real grade Zeta I just put together and a high grade double Zeta that I put together. So I'm good for a couple months on the Zeta kit. It's just one of those things.
I have a double Zeta high grade in my backlog that I keep looking at and going, do I want to? And then it's like, no. I want to do this.
That's clean. That is super clean. Look at that.
Mid-80s sidestep square body Chevy.
1982
yes,
K10 4-wheel drive rock crawler.
I wasn't far off the mark.
Oh no. This thing's pretty sweet looking though, man. I was like, oh, that was cool. All right. So that was what's new over here. Oh, and then there's this Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah, the off-road trucks are, I'm not your typical Canadian in the respect that I'm a truck boy, always have been. I don't know if up here we have truck people and then we have non-truck people, and yeah, definitely a truck person. And so scale models, yep, same thing. show me the trucks, I'm in.
Right. Okay, so I mean, I didn't see nothing too new over here on the high grade shelf. This number 66 Quant and the Wing Zero high grades. Let's see, anything new on the real grade shelf? I think this Gundam is new. It's a pretty good kit. I'm gonna get one eventually here. $35.99. That's not a bad price for that Zeta kit. People say it's a hand grenade, but I'll tell you what, just a little bit of love, and that hand grenade becomes a really cool piece of work. It gets a fun kit to put together. And yeah. Oh, the Xeon. Got the Xeon kit $4 off. That's not bad. So, yeah, there you go. That was us just taking a quick sneak peek look over at our friends at Clarksville Hobby Depot. Let's go over to the About Us page and give you guys the quick read off again one more time. Clarksville Hobby Depot is a husband and wife team that is striving to bring the top tier hobby shopping experience to Clarksville, Tennessee. With Scott's years of hobby experience and Jennifer's years of customer service experience, we are committed to bringing you the best shopping experience around. And let me tell you something. When I get a package in from Clarksville Hobby Depot, man, they wrap that stuff up tight. So, and good. I mean that in a good way. We are currently website only, while we work on fulfilling our dream of opening a brick and mortar shop. We are constantly looking to expand our inventory and vendors that we work with. If there's something we might be able to help you find, let us know. We'll do our best to earn your trust and business. Thank you very much, Scott and Jen at Clarksville Hobby Depot, LLC. Hi, puppers. So yeah, that's the gist of the list. While we're here and we got this open, let's go ahead and I got some new games to show you guys tonight. And we're going to just head over real quick to KitBash Gundam, and we're just going to do a quick scroll through KitBash. So we got Rusty Skull. That's this dude's name. Hello, my first post, custom Gundam with diorama, mode pink Sakura Winter. I'm not hating it. It looks cool. Everybody's got to start somewhere with diorama stuff, and man, you look like you just went all out with it. So no complaints from me. That 2 shades of grass looks cool. I like how you put the trees there, and you put like a fence down there by the feet to give perspective. That really helps. It looks good. And no complaints from me, man. All right, let's keep moving forward. Oh, it's us. That's what we're doing right now. That's a me post. Let's keep moving. Eric Scott Berman. Yo, the Admiral, what are you doing? Finished my Xeon. Only added Suzabi funnels to the back. Shame on you. Suzabi funnels. Look at that. We've been welcoming a lot of new members this week. I've been pretty happy about that. So, let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just in the past day here, I've done 11. I've welcomed at least 11 new members, 12 into our group. So we're always happy to get new members. Let's see. Oh, here's a me post that's important for everybody. Hey, crew, post your entry pics here for the mascot build-off. Yep, right there on KitBash on Facebook. You guys can find that post and check it out real quick. I got a picture I'll show you here in just a second. Contest closes at midnight on January 31st. Good luck and safe building. And then our buddy Alexander asked for a photo of the rules, because here's just the rules. So, the Strike Gundam KitBash mascot build-up. These 7 Gundams are your pre-approved base kits. You can add whatever you want from wherever you want, but these are your base KitBash kits. So please pick one of these as your base Gundam. Then, the colors we were asking you guys to stick with as your pattern are gray, and light blue. And then for a chance to have your build be our mascot, enter below. So That's what we got going on there. Our buddy Dylan decided to get a camper. Campers are pretty cool. They're a sub-bulky build with a weird frog-like torso. I don't know how else to say it. Are you okay? What did I do? Huh, princess? Do you have to go potty? Do you love me? Oh, you love me. Okay, go lay down. No.
But I don't want it, Dad.
Right? All right, let's keep moving. Somebody posted a YouTube video of their Astray, looks like a snap build. Vincent Lee posted was that a Mercurius or a Viate? It's one or the other. And did a little weathering and stuff to it to make it look nice. Let's see if we can zoom in. Oh, yeah. That looks like it's almost a clear plastic with that weathering. That looks cool. Good job. All right. That same person, Sheena U Antonio, shared another snap build looking photo. Looks like with a little bit of detail work done of a Heavy Arms Eagle unit. So that's a Supernova. That's an off-brand, third-party brand, if you will. And then our buddy Lewis. Lewis, man, you just appear to have all the best gunpla. So we're just jealous of you forever. Yo, this is pretty cool. It's somebody else's design of a KitBash of the Ariel or Elfrith Gundam. And that's pretty awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I wanted to have a talk with him about that too. Some things get posted on our page that aren't so kid friendly. I don't want to be a jerk and take it down, but at the same time, you know, I wouldn't want to. I don't want to offend anybody's kids. You know what I mean? So this is cool. Brian May was posting pictures of his build. It's a MSA-03 Nemo High Maneuver, and he did a blocky camo design with it, but he did a really good job. I like the way these.
Yeah, it looks great. It really does.
I'm digging that. So here's a custom that Alexander is working on, a Stealth Leo command type. I kind of like that, the legs. That's a good change up. That's like an upgrade. I like how that, I can see that being an upgrade to a Leo, giving it some fancy dancy stuff. So yeah, and then we'll stop here with this scroll through at Alex Ong's Xeon build. This thing is pretty intense. I'm going to be getting into building like this in a couple years. Right now, I'm still working on a bunch of different skill sets and learning them and mastering them to apply them all to one thing. Like my scribing is still mediocre. I feel like I could be a lot better at scribe work. I have to end up half of my scribe work. I have to sand half of my mistakes out. To be honest with you guys, I'm not even gonna lie. All right, now I got these cool games we're gonna go check out. One of them is this new game. It's called Neverland. I think. And it's a sweet game. It's kind of like just a button masher, but it's full 3D, and it's pretty fun. I named my guy Web C. Oh, I don't want to purchase anything. So you get this cute little chickadee chicken to ride. I'll turn the volume down so we don't get a flag. hey, and then here's like the bad guys. Like you run into some animals to beat up on, and they give you experience. But you go lay down. And yeah, I was actually supposed to go fight them. Now I can. It's like doing missions, fulfilling orders, type of thing. And you get the cute little waifu type stuff going on in here. You do get to be a guy or a girl if you want. You can pick, do whatever you want. But for me, I just picked a dude. I was like, well, whatever, I'll be a guy. But I decided to be a healer. So if anybody else is playing this game and you need that you need a healer on your team, let me know because that's what I'm working on. I'm working on being a healer. I figured that would be something that would make me useful to other players. So not a lot of people would be super into. You can use items and crystals to exchange corresponding costume parts.
Is this on your your desktop, or is this a mobile game?
This is on my phone.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I'm like super impressed with it. It's a super elaborate game. So I was pretty excited about it. Like, I mean, just the graphics alone are pretty nice, right?
Yeah, no, it looks cool. I was expecting it to be, laptop, desktop type idea, not on your, not necessarily a mobile.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty sweet game for it being a mobile game. The attacks are good. The camera controls neat. You can put yourself in the forest and look at your guy, or go for a sky view angles. So I thought it was pretty awesome. Yeah, I did it. So because I'm a healer, one of my attacks is actually a healing attack. So my character almost never loses any type of health whatsoever.
That's always nice.
Right, I think that is. And then, it's like part of the game is like you get your stuff via luck of the draw, and you follow to a mission and you can beat that mission to get a certain item, or just those types of things. So that's what I thought was fun about this game. Let's see. Let's go look at some of these fairies, though. Like, these graphics are sweet. Like, just the drawing images and stuff. They're pretty cool. Like, I think that's pretty sweet. So, like I said, though, it's all pretty waifu drawings. Unless you get a guy character, and then I don't know, what is that? A husband foo? A he-foo? A hoo-foo? What's the husband version of a waifu? I don't know. But yeah. So those are the characters you can come across. All sorts of events. There's tons of things going on in this game. I'm apparently super late to the party and everything. So, but at least I got here. That's all I can say.
Yeah, you got to the party.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Woohoo! I did it. Claim. 2 stars. How did I pick 2 stars? I don't know. We're going to figure that one out. So these are like boss fights. So it just sits here. It looks like I'm doing nothing, but I'm actually doing everything. So weird. Yay, my flower people. And here's what they look like in the game when they're floating around hanging out with you. So yeah, that's that game. I played like an hour and a half of it on Twitch today before we started the podcast. And then close that. There's this other game that's like playing Fortnite kind of. It's got a Fortnite kind of play feel to it. But it's like a first person, third person shooter. You can get in and out of robots, and you can run around on foot if you want. So this is a little more up our sleeve with the whole mecha idea, right?
Yeah.
Once again, it's on my phone. I'm just downloading real quick something that I need to have for the game to launch. It's been a week since I've played, so of course there's an update. Downloading files for updates. Dun, 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 dun. Are you okay? You can roll over all the way. Go all the way over. Roll over. No, roll that way. Roll over. Big dummy. Good girl. Lay down. She's so awesome. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. I am on the American server. And some of the graphics in this game are cool too. Like the imagery that they show you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool. All right. I'm just jumping right into a match. Woo! Launch. Yeah, yeah. Go. Kind of have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing here. We'll figure it out, though.
That's the fun of it.
Isn't it?
That's what I'm going with.
I took somebody out. They shooted at me. Move the robot. Ooh, I got an airdrop. Now I got my mecha.
Yeah.
But I'm just not seeing who I'm supposed to be taking out here.
Go for the buildings. Go for the buildings.
Where's the people?
Did you not? You can't find anybody to shoot?
No.
Did you maybe shoot them already?
Nope. Why would you attempt to shoot at a mecha if you're not in one?
Because he is so smart.
SMRT.
That's the one.
I took out the robot. Did you guys see that robot? Took him out. So I'm still trying to finish up this one round of this game, but I'm just like, well, what in the world? So I tell you, we were getting the kids a VR headset. Oh no, Andrew, where'd you go? Hey. You made it back.
Yeah, sorry about that. My apparently the cord wasn't actually charging my my camera, so it kind of went down.
Oh no.
So yeah, kind of a little bit of a mechanical error there, but we're good now. We're back up and running.
Sweet. I think I'm almost done with this. Oh no. I took third place. That's pretty good for my first try ever at this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't play this game very much, so there you go, guys. That's this little preview of this game. This one's called Super Mecha Champions, and it's a pretty fun game. It's got a pretty large map. I mean, for a mecha game. Right. And then, of course, I play Call of Duty and Gundam Breaker Mobile. But that's pretty much it for that. So we can move back over here into Gunpla World. Talking. And, oh, man. Oh, I need to stretch. Oh. 10:36. I wonder. Yeah. All right, we're done with that, nippers. Like I said, second set of nippers usually goes faster.
Oh, I'm at that wonderful stage of sanding before priming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a bin of parts to finish up here this next weekend, and then I'll be ready to start painting. I finally went out and got some paint thinner, and I'm super happy.
Yeah, we all know how tedious sanding can be, and I mean but the devil's in the details, right? The more time we put in the prep work, the better finale we have. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, let's see. Things that are going to happen soon that I'm excited for. On the 19th, there's a new show coming out on Netflix I'm pretty excited about.
What's that?
It's called That 90s Show.
Yes, I have seen the advertisements for that. That looks hilarious.
I'm super excited for it. I'm a huge fan of Kurtwood Smith and Deborah Joe. They're both amazing actors and actresses. So I'm really excited that they brought them back before it was too late.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about my daughters wanting to go see, both my daughters wanting to go and see the new Avatar movie. So.
I've got an opinion about it, and I'll just keep it to myself.
Oh, fair. No, I realize it's not everybody's thing, but it's for me. It's my girls are actually, wanting to go and see something that's, it's not Disney Princess. It's not, it's not a rom-com. They actually want to go see something that actually might be interesting to sit and watch.
Yeah, I just, I could get the same message from watching Dances with Wolves.
Yes, you could. The only difference is you don't get the big blue aliens.
Yeah, well, no, you get Dances with Wolves. Kevin Costner. That's no constellation prize, my friend.
Yeah, I was. You're not selling me. You're not selling me on it.
I'm not. Man.
No.
Jeez, that's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
Oh, don't know. It's not a bad movie. It's not.
No, I think it's the closest Hollywood has ever gotten to being right.
Yeah, that I will agree. Actually, it's kind of funny. A couple days ago, I was watching. My family has always been kind of history buffs, and because of parents fighting in the Second World War, and there's quite a family tradition, military tradition. Of course, military history is one of those things that I'm into. And I was watching a YouTube channel that had this that was talking about the atrocities that the United States military committed in the Second World War during the Pacific Campaign. And the only thing that crept into my mind was, there was atrocities on all sides. So I mentioned this in the comment section, and the number of people that went absolutely ballistic was insane. It's like
all you do on those people is you just reply with a question mark. So you would have rather the other guy won? I mean, clarify your stance, please. Either you're a freaking Nazi or you're not,
Well, and yeah, I mean, it more to the point of the kind of the, but it was that whole scenario. It's like, wow, like you said, Avatar is is Dances with Wolves, only with big blue aliens.
Uh-huh.
You know, it goes to show that there are people that there are some of us that have learned from, and there are the ones that have not learned and are doomed to repeat it. And I just really hope that that's not the case.
Yeah, I could tell you tons of stories about what's going on right now in America that I don't think you want to hear about right now. So we won't talk about them. But to simplify everything, you're right. I feel like, yeah, there's some of those things where if we could talk about them a little more openly, we'd have some more understanding on them. And then there's some things where it's just like, I think all the understanding is pretty much done. I think we hit on the nail with that one. So here's the deal.
Yeah.
What you can point out is that at the end of World War II, we didn't eradicate anybody. America didn't eradicate anybody. The Allied forces did not eradicate anybody. Unlike the other group of people who were actually trying to make that part of their conquest was to eradicate certain groups of people. So there's that.
Yeah.
That's where I draw that line.
Well, and, it's like I said, atrocity, war crimes, atrocities, innocent people dying for no reason. It happened on both sides. No one particular. It's war. It's war. It's bloody. It's gory, and it's indiscriminate. I
don't think
and
it's
there's
a
all
fairy
the
tale, bro.
No, it is. It's not a fairy tale or a clock. It is none of those things. It's just some people. It's like I said in the comments. It's one of those things that we all need to learn from it. And it just shocks me that the number of people that even to this day still don't know history and still don't pay attention and don't care. I'm not saying everybody needs to be, a textbook scholar or anything like that. No, that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that we all need to realize that, especially in situations of some of these movies or in history, nobody is innocent.
I don't know, man. I think the Native Americans were pretty fucking innocent, too.
They were innocent to a point. There were probably there were probably some actions that maybe weren't necessarily needed, but they were trying to prove a point.
Just because my cultural had societal rules that your culture thought were savage doesn't mean it's right for your culture to eradicate my culture.
It's not my fault. My nation came down to your capital and burned down the White House. It just happened.
Yeah, well, that's been curiosity of mine. Why? Okay, so I've heard things about stuff like this, but what happened between Canada and America, dude? Like, I don't know.
It was during the colonial British War between the French and the English, and it was basically the French were coming across the border to make a point that the British weren't invulnerable. But it's always been kind of a standing joke up here that we burned the White House down once, we'll do it. So
yeah, no, I get it. Okay. Don't worry.
And I do mean that in a standing joke of
There's other people. Get in line. No. Oh man. Oh, at the break. At the break, we can talk a little bit more about other things, but yeah, it's just like, oh man. So,
Yeah,
let's see. What's the next subject I was going to talk about? Is Gunpla dying? We are right there at the end of our show. Oh, we have a chat. Somebody popping in on the chat room. Doug Goins. What's up, Doug? Nope. So, yeah, well, is Gunpla dying? No, I don't think Gunpla is dying. I think what it is I think it's going to be what is more known as a lull. I got futures predictions and stuff on market trends and shit like 5 years out. Okay, I'm paying attention to things. I have, and when I get my market trends, I get them based on variations. And these variations come out and they tell me if things go this way, this is what the market's going to look like. And if things go this way, this is what the market's going to look like. And these are your only two options. Okay, these are what the information I get. And this isn't just like about stocks and bonds. This is like the whole world market economically. Okay, and what happened was things went one way. Okay, for the wrong reasons, and things went one way. And what happened was those people ran with it. They took it and ran with it and screwed everybody else over. So yeah. That's all I got to say about that. So I don't see the Gundam market dying. I see more the Gundam market having like its own little mini recession.
I don't think the hobby's dying. I think that the cost of living is going up exponentially all over the place, and therefore the cost of Gunpla is, or any plastic model for that matter, is going to go up. When I was a teenager, you could go into any hobby store, and for $20-$25 you could pick up a kit, any kit. And nowadays you go into any hobby store with $20 or $25, you're going to be hard pressed to come out with much of anything.
Right.
So I don't think the hobby is dying. Do I think that?
No.
Do I think there's going to be a little bit of a pause for everybody to kind of catch up to, and the markets to kind of calm down? Sure, absolutely. But I don't think our hobby's dying, not by a long shot.
So yeah, that's just what I but like I said, yeah, with the way things went, my futures predictions told me that we would be seeing these price hikes everywhere, right? And then this is a global thing. This isn't my futures also told me that, like, it's not just America that's experiencing things costing more. It's everywhere around the world. And I'm even seeing the price hikes in like some of the smaller Asian countries, and they're like, they're getting their money is inflating like crazy. So it's not good for them. Like, so the market, the pictures I saw of markets in other foreign countries for hobby models and stuff, like the countries where it's super popular, they were saying like a $20 kit was going for $50 right now and stuff at their market. So that's scary to see what it's going to come to ahead here in America as well.
Well, I think that because I see it up here in Canada all the time, there is a massive price difference between what we pay for a kit versus what you guys in the States do. And it's not uncommon for us up here to pay $60 or $60 for a kit that you guys pay 40 or 45. You know, is it a big deal that it's, you know, an extra $20? Not really. But for some people, yeah, that's a huge amount. That's the difference between being able to buy a kit and not.
Right. Man, I would like go up to. I'd go on vacation. I'd go somewhere where you know there's going to be a good pile of gunpla laying around on vacation, and I would stock up.
You mean like Minnesota?
Yeah, come hang out. Go on vacation. I'll take you to the store that sells all the Gundams. I was just at my local shop 2 days ago, and dude, they are the shelf where the Gundam sits. There is no free space, and they just got a whole brand new shipment in today.
Wow.
Of kits and stuff. So
yeah, I know my local hobby store is pretty chock-a-block full.
okay.
When my local store is put signs like 40% off all Gundam models.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's going to be worrisome, though.
It is somewhat worrisome, but so my local hobby store has been around a long, long time, and they kind of have the corner on the market up here, at least locally.
Okay.
They've been around a long time, but like I said, they've kind of got the market to themselves. Yes, there are other ways to get kits through online purchases or whatever, but as far as brick and mortar goes, there's not a lot of option. So when they throw up, you know, a sign that says, you know, % off all Gundam models, and their shelves are overflowing with stock, it's like, okay, well, somebody ordered heavy, and now they got to clear out some of the backlog. So
yeah, well, that's also not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Just nipping out some parts. I kind of like this new setup that I've got for recording and streaming and everything. Because right now, this camera right here is actually recording everything that I'm doing, along with showing you guys what I'm doing while it's recording. So I can go and make my WebC builds videos later with some of this nipper action and stuff still happening.
Nice.
So you guys will get to see some of that at the beginning. I shorten that stuff up now. I don't make that stuff like super long and drawn out. I try to shorten that section of the build up, and then I slow down a little bit when I get to the actual building of the kit. So that'll be good. And yeah, that's a little weird. I don't know how I feel about that.
What's that?
Oh, I'll talk to you about it in a little bit. We are almost done for the show. We got 4 minutes left on the show for the night.
Wow. Time flies when we're having fun.
I know, right? When it's just back to me and you, bruh.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, I missed hanging out with you so much, dude. Like, this is like, I kind of needed this tonight. Like, just me and you kicking it and talking about things. And I really needed this tonight, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm sure you needed
Yeah, it's been a rough couple weeks. It sure has. But, you know, if it doesn't kill you, it's only going to make you stronger.
Yep, I totally understand. This past 2 weeks here, I found out that I've lost 2 people in my life.
Yeah.
One of them was my uncle, and then my buddy that I was rooting for to beat cancer. He didn't win, so it's just been kind of one of those days,
Yeah,
type of feelings. So
I get it, man. I don't know if you shared with the guys or our group here why I was kind of gone for a bit, but my mom was sick with cancer, and I was having to take care of her. So
well, there you go.
unfortunately,
Now everybody knows.
now everybody knows. So unfortunately, my mom, as much as she fought, she didn't make it, and it sucks. It hurts. You know, so I get it. I know what it's like to lose people.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not alone. And
No, and I was only bringing this up to let you know that you're not alone. Okay,
no,
I want you to know, man, yeah, that big cancer's been fucking taking everybody from us here, man. And,
yeah, it's been a rough couple of years for my specific family. My wife lost her dad. My mom passed. My son's biological dad just recently passed away as well. There's been a lot of loss for us in the last couple of years, and we're still here. We're still trying to get through it, but it's not necessarily always easy.
No, it's not. And that's the hard part. And here we are. We're at the last minute of the show. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in and hanging out. We will be back in a little bit to hang out for our late night show. Its new title is The Late Night Load. And we'll be doing that show. It's that time. We'll see you guys later. Have a great night.